Am I the whole for fiance's ex in wedding party? I am 27 female and my fiance is a 33 male. We have been dating for about 4 years now and engaged last year. Prior to us dating, my fiance dated his childhood best friend, Liz, for 8 years. They were briefly engaged before calling it off. From what I was told, they decided to break it off because they were getting married for the wrong reasons. They were planning to get married because it was the next step and that since their families were best friend, he needed to marry her. After they broke off the engagement, they remained friends. Since the beginning of our relationship, I knew Liz was in my fiance's family lives. Liz and my fiance's moms are best friend. Liz is also best friend with his younger sister. My fiance and her are friends with the same social circle. I don't have a problem with Liz and her friendship with my fiance. I actually like her as a person and would consider her a friend. However, there are times when we hang out that I feel left out, like I am the third wheel because of their inside jokes and shared childhood stories. I have always tried to be open-minded about their friendships since he assured me that they are only friends, and I do trust both of them. My fiance and I are finalizing our wedding party now. Since both of us have best friends who are the opposite sex, we agreed that it's okay to have the opposite sex in our own wedding party. I told him who I wanted to ask to be in my wedding party. He mentioned that it would mean a lot to him to have his sister be a part of my wedding party. I get along with his sister well enough, so I agreed to include her. When he listed his wedding party, he mentioned Liz. I was taken back. I told him that I wasn't comfortable with having her be in the wedding party. I told him I am more than happy to have her attend the ceremony and reception, and that she can sit with his family and be in the family pictures. However, that wasn't good enough for him. He said that it's his wedding party and that it was his decision who's going to be in it. That I have the right to choose my own wedding party, so he should be able to choose whoever he likes. I told him that's not fair because I'm not having my high school sweetheart in my wedding party. This is becoming a huge fight between us. He said he is putting his foot down and Liz is going to be in his wedding party. I told him that I will not budge on this. Out of anger, I told him to choose me or her. If she's in the wedding party, then I won't be standing in the altar. He responded by telling me that I was acting crazy and that he's going to go stay with his brother until I calm down and be reasonable. It has been 3 days now. He has texted me twice since the fight. First time to ask me if I have calmed down and ready to be reasonable. The second to ask me if I have agreed with his wedding party list. I told him my answer is still no, and that I don't know if I can let this one go. Am I the a-hole for refusing to move my wedding date? Sorry guys, this is a bit of a long one. I 34 female got engaged to my fiancé 37 male September 2022. My sister 27 female was getting married in summer 2023. When I got engaged, I had my wedding date already picked for early summer 2024 and immediately told my family the date. My sister is a photographer and so I warned her with plenty of notice to not book for that date. I tried talking to her about my wedding planning, but she asked me not to talk to her about it because she just wanted to focus on hers only. Fine, no big deal, but doesn't mean I'm not going to continue to plan mine. This past October 2023, she asked me to remind her of the date. When I told her, she said that she booked a wedding back in January for that date and asked me to move it. I have said no because this date was properly planned out and picked for me and my fiancé. I'm now being told it's my fault and clearly she's not that important to me because I'm refusing to move my wedding date. I see it the other way around. Why wouldn't she cancel her client in order to prioritize me? I'm the oldest child of 4. I never ask for anything. This is the one thing I am holding fast on. I am heartbroken that she won't be there, but also extremely hurt that she is putting all the blame on me rather than accepting she also has control over her decisions. Am I wrong? Update. Thank you everyone for your support. I am not okay in all this and never stand strong on anything and 9/10 usually cave in to give family what they want versus my own needs. But that's boundaries, and that's what I'm learning for myself. To answer some questions. When I first got engaged, she told me she wanted to photograph my wedding. Then we talked about it and decided it wasn't the best idea because she wouldn't be able to be present at the wedding and would just be behind a camera the whole time. I'm now being told that my mom and other sister agree with her and that I didn't tell her until this past October. Yet I have a family group text proving otherwise. I'm staying strong. I'm not moving my date. But like I said, I'm just heartbroken that this is how it is turning out. Update 2. My mom reached out to me again asking me what it would take to change my date. I told her it wasn't going to happen. I've been told that it's disappointing that I'm not willing to compromise and that my sister and I can't work this out. There is no compromising a wedding date. Either I'm replanning and moving my entire wedding to the next day, which who wants to get married on a Sunday, or she is canceling on her client. Every fight that we have gotten into and made up from, I've forgiven or caved in and moved on from. Not this time. I'm done caving for everyone. I was told family comes first, to which I replied, you're right. It does. In this case, family coming first would mean me prioritizing my sister and her wants and needs versus my own soon-to-be hubby, my children, and my own needs. My mom hopefully now has the hint and won't come to me talking to me about this again. Am I the a-hole for not wearing the wedding dress my stepsister handmade for me? I, 25 female, got married 2 weeks ago. My now husband, 27 male, and I paid for most of the wedding. But my father covered a few costs for us. My father's girlfriend Stella has a daughter, Zoe, 21 female, who is finishing her degree in fashion. She wants to get into the wedding dress industry once she graduates. When I started planning my wedding, she offered to design and make my dress. I was hesitant at first, as I'd been excited about picking out my own dress. I agreed because I didn't know Zoe well. My father had only been dating her mother for 2 years, and I thought this could be a nice opportunity to bond. Also, I'd seen some of her work. She'd made a couple ball gowns in college, and she seemed honestly good. We met up a few times to discuss our ideas. During those, I realized our styles were drastically different, but we still managed to agree on a design. I gave Zoe my measurements and asked her to update me. She didn't. Whenever I asked her how she was doing, she'd say she would send me progress pictures. When she got home, she never did. It took her longer than expected to finish it, and I didn't get the dress until a month before my wedding. It looked nothing like the design we'd agreed on. It was the wrong color, the wrong style, everything. It looked exactly like the type of dress Zoe would want to wear, but I knew I'd never wear anything like it. I really did not like that dress. When I tried it on, I found out it was also about 3 sizes too big. Though I knew I could probably have it altered, I truly did not want to wear that dress on my wedding day. I called Zoe and told her I wouldn't wear the dress. I said it looked lovely, but not the style we'd agreed on, and I thought it would be best for me to find a different dress. I offered to pay her for her work. She'd made the dress for free, but she declined and hung up on me. I went to a retail bridal store with my maid of honor, and we found a beautiful gown that didn't need much altering. It looked exactly like what I wanted. Fast forward to my wedding. I walked down the aisle in the dress I bought. Zoe seemed to be on the verge of tears during the ceremony, and Stella gave me dirty looks throughout the reception. When I approached them a while later, they were both short with me. My father, Stella, and Zoe left less than an hour into the reception. My father and Stella called me the next day and told me off for how I treated Zoe. This had been her first time making a wedding dress and had been excited to see me wearing it. They said it was insulting of me to not wear the dress she'd put so much effort into. I tried to explain why I hadn't worn the dress, but they're both insisting the dress was beautiful and I could have sucked it up. My husband and my younger sister, not Zoe, are on my side. I've been feeling guilty about this since I decided not to wear the dress. Am I the a-hole for wanting a child-free wedding? I, 22 female, am getting married soon. Since my fiance and I are child-free and because we plan to have alcohol at our wedding, we decided to have a child-free wedding with the age cutoff at 21. This requirement so far has gone over well with most of our invitees. Most of our invitees don't even have kids. Anyway, so it doesn't make a difference for them. I do have one friend, male 20 female, that I had to exclude from the wedding. After realizing that pretty much everyone else from the same social circle had been invited except her, she confronted me and demanded to know why she wasn't invited. I tried to explain that it wasn't personal and that I just didn't want to have to worry about underage drinking going on under my nose on my wedding day. But Mel kept accusing me of being a bad friend. She argued that since we had drank together before, it shouldn't be such a big deal. But I told her that it was different since we were both underage. At the time, I was 20. And she was 18 to 19 ish when we started drinking together. Now, as an adult, I feel like I have a responsibility to prevent underage drinking. And as the bride, I feel like I have the right to have a child-free wedding. Mel is unconvinced and keeps talking bad about me behind my back to our mutual friends and making snarky comments about me feeling superior. I don't see why she can't just relax and let me have my wedding day the way I like. Please like and subscribe for more videos.